So after that totally disastrous previous attempt to do the Bandsaw Box, we've had a bit of a rethink. We're thinking now, making a laminated one, bits of wood like this, a whole big sort of board's worth of them, all stacked up together. So bandsaw boxes are cool, but they're often like, the problem is the drawers are too small and there's just this one little box and it's kind of hard to know what to do with it really. Whereas if you've got a set of drawers, it might be a bit more useful. Now I want to use these bits because they're like particularly nostalgic to me, because they're the feet, or they were the feet, there's another one of them there, of the very first workbench that I made. What? Why would you cut the feet off your workbench? And that workbench was being transformed into a writing desk. The other bits of wood I want to use are this, which we pulled out of a skip, and it's pretty dirty, so I have to clean it off. But when I saw the end grain, I don't know if you can see that there, I was quite sort of hopeful that this is going to be quite nice. So from its chocolate brownie colour and just how nicely it machined absolutely no tear out or anything, I'm fairly confident in saying this is mahogany. So that it was thrown away in the skips. It's quite sort of funny. I definitely want to make that the front of the box, or the back of the box, one of the two, so that all this front grain can be exposed. Otherwise it's just going to be a thin strip sort of that way round. It leaves me with a bit of a problem, because so the easy way of doing it would have been to sandwich it like that between the two pine bits, but that's not going to work if I want it on the front. So I'm probably going to end up with the two pine bits in the middle, which means I need another bit. So I've got this bit here, another bit from the trash, which is oak and was the front of a drawer at some point. I can tell from the back that it's got lots of exciting rays and things going on. It was just like this crazily dark stain that just covers it all up. So we'll take some of that off and reveal it, and then the only problem I've got then is that it's quite a bit too thin, so I'm going to have to like stick another bit onto that, and we'll see how that ends up. I think that'll probably be the back then. So I've got these two teak pieces that I'm going to put just planed. I'm going to put them either side of this quarter sawn oak. It's classic. Excuse my inaptitude. That's that clamped up. I'll just wait for that to dry now and plane it back flat. Glue time. Here we go, second layer. Bye first joints. I've just realised that my glue spreading stick is actually the exact size for the mitre slot on the disc sander, so I've been using the piece especially cut to size for that, for spreading glue, which is not ideal. This will take a while. Okay, well, we're mostly done. Check out that blue clamp there. Clamp of evil. They're just so rubbish. Anyway, yes, blue clamp gripe over. Had to totally abandon that one down there. Got this far and starting to get quite nervous about how fragile it is now. Obviously, because all the grains of all the boards, although they're laminated together, so it'll make it a bit stronger, is running in that same direction. There's really incredibly weak spots all along here until we put the back on, or put the back on for the first time, because we haven't put it on yet. So yeah, quite nervous. Because these are like incredibly fragile now, really, you need to glue the back on. So here we go. I'm going to start by propping it up so I can get clamped underneath it. On to cutting out the inside of our drawers now. So what we do is we take off the 2 slices that we've taken from either side, and then I quite like to draw these so yeah, you end up with something like that. Hopefully you can see that. So the glue I used on these things, although it worked for the cutting out, it's proving to be a right pain. So I've been gluing up the fishes, little fish drawers for the Bandsaw box. There's the box. Over there's some of the inside bits that have been cut out. There's some fishes that haven't been glued yet. I've run out of clamps. There's some clamped up fishes. And here's some more clamped up fishes. So yeah, a few more fishes to go. Time to declamp. Okay, both those clamps, I won't tell you what make they are, but both those clamps didn't work. Unclamping the second batch. Here we go. So we're on to the second batch of the drawers. I'm going to use the disc sander to tidy them up a bit. So here's what we've come up with in terms of the little knick-knacky bits to make the drawer handles. So they just need a bit of sanding now. There they are, all the drawers glued up. It's that time again to declamp with our little handles. Lots of fishy drawers. I think the white one's got to be my favourite. Quite like this joining pattern here. I'll get rid of all those squeeze out pieces. That's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you found some of this interesting, or that it gave you some ideas for things to make yourself. Or if you want to commission us to make something like this, then do get in touch. Apart from that, do come and like us on Facebook. Just search for Flowering Elbow and like this video and share it with your friends. That really does help us a lot. Thanks.